Hey, good morning, Mr. Flores. Thank you for coming. So my first question to you will be, what was your student experience like before having Queens College be co-ed?
Good, thank you for having me. That's the first thing I want to say. When I came to Queens College in 1972, I was in fourth form in 1975 of September when co-education started. So I would not say it's fortunate or unfortunate that I missed the mixture of classes, because when it started in 1975, they only mixed classes from forms 1, 2, and 3. So in that September, I was in Form 4. But I was excited because in my own mind, it was a good idea to have girls mixing with boys. Simply because for me, it was like a family values. People who would grow up in family with siblings that are females would be accustomed to having girls around. And I would think it would have been an enriching environment, basically, to have girls be as part of the teaching experience or the learning experience for people in those era.
All right. Can you explain to me or describe how it was like having girls or witnessing the girls step into the new Queens College?
Well, I would think in two areas. Generally, I think girls are more excited, more noisy, if I would say it, than boys. So the school itself had a lively atmosphere with the entry of girls into the school system. Also, there were a lot of societies we had in those days, clubs, that history clubs and chess clubs and different clubs in the schools. So we had these girls within these clubs. And it was a very enriching experience sometimes to be playing games, especially, or interacting in the various clubs with females. I think those two areas transformed some of the experience we had in QC in those days. It was a much lively atmosphere in my mind.
And were there any initial resistance or challenges when having these girls enter the school?
In my own mind, no. I really did not notice any resistance. I would think it was a better experience for many of the boys, especially those who probably had no siblings that were females, because it allowed them to be able to interact with the other gender. The only challenges, I would think, females being of the gentler sex, if I should call them that, you had to be careful if you're playing games that you take note that you had females playing with you. That probably would be the only challenge, but it's something that you are accustomed to, like me. And for me, it was an enriching experience more than a challenge to have females be part of clubs, be part of games, and be part of the whole environment.
And how do you think that the inclusion of girls transformed the school's culture and atmosphere as a whole?
I would think, looking back at the level of the female interaction in society, I would think we have, if not equal, more than instances of female in government, in business, in academia. I would think those years kind of built the foundation for the people we have now in these areas that I just mentioned. So it really laid a good foundation for female in their own growth in society in general, but in Guyana in particular.
And lastly, what advice would you give the current Queens College students, males and females, on how to navigate this life currently?
Well, as I look around places that are more advanced than Guyana, such as America, the US, Europe, and other societies, I would think, one, you cannot go back to the past. To me, it's a more modern way of educating people, having them be educated together, or co-educated as we want to call it. All you have to do is to pay respect to each other. The respect is the main word. You have to respect that females have their own biological makeup, males have their own biological makeup, they have their own perspectives, difference. We do things differently sometimes, the male way, if I want to call it that, or the female way. I think once you respect that differences, it's better for the education, it's better for the development of the society as a whole.